on Hardy's engine.
Yeah. And whichever one of you did this one, Atlas finally got around to doing that engine with the plaque just recently because we have it on the shelf for sale.
I'm really blown away by this, and like I say,
Yeah.
the writing, sometimes you can tell because mine looks like a 7-year-old wrote it.
That's how mine looks now.
Well, and also the writing is the same as the paint job, fast. Now see this, that's Mike's area, but it looks like, I don't know, that's kind of hard to tell.
That's your writing. I don't think that's my writing.
Because you have, the location, and remember, I was just the guy pulling out pictures and decals and saying,
Yeah.
here, look.
Yeah, just like this. It has nothing on it, but that pad paint job looks like something I would do.
I was thinking about this on the way in. I can't believe we stood and did this.
Yeah.
For the most part.
And I did it without glasses. These are just shapes now, but
Yeah.
see the top of the hood, on the short hood, these two are just orange, which tells me that was me. And the beacon, I thought that was a big deal to me. So this, although that doesn't look like my writing, there were so many of these.
Yeah, we did a
You
lot
know,
of DT
I mean,
and I.
The back row, here to here, Mike, had your labels on, or you had handwritten label.
Okay.
Like you identified the one, hey, that's my handwriting.
Yeah.
Those have Ed's label, and then the rest out front just have the store label.
Yeah.
I
It could
kind of
be-
remember doing one of these. We might have done a couple of them.
That's the one
You
they
did
call the
that.
Pepsi scheme, the Pepsi Cola scheme.
Yeah, Pepsi, it's like a
This is cool.
Rolex Pepsi band.
You did that.
Yeah. This is cool here.
That's his did it at dinner one night.
Yeah, that's that
When he
one.
went out to lunch.
Yeah.
It was in the case when we got back.
Yeah.
Mike goes, huh? First I was telling him about it, he goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, over here I picked something off the used shelf and I painted it and I put it in there already. He goes, I just remember go back in the world headquarters like, okay.
And the paint fumes.
Yeah, yeah.
This is really cool.
Our eyebrows.
Be careful
fell
how you
out.
pick it up,
You know what? I'm wondering if, just think about this all the way down, because that's lacquer, did some of them ever cure? It's underneath a clear coat. It may not have, but you can't smell them anymore.
No.
They're 30 to 35
I
years
know,
old.
that's-
That's hard to believe too. So yeah.
Now see, this is very cool, and that's gotta be you, because
That's my
Yeah.
handwriting.
and you put that nose on there?
I think that's a rail power.
I think that's a rail power.
Yeah, that's rail power shop.
Yeah.
And this was? No, that's been put on.
Yeah, that's just a high hood put on. That's a rail power. Then
But-
there's this thing here, a Jeep 39-2. You notice you
Yeah.
had to take a Jeep 38-2,
Yeah.
change the hatch
Yeah.
to get the exhaust, but then also had to modify the.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to put a spacer in back there. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's nice works, and we know whose that is. But is this a normal
that's yours,
Athearn?
That's a stand, yeah, with the wide hood.
That's yours. That's gotta be yours.
It was probably front range made a high nose.
Yeah.
That was one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably what got put on that.
Yeah, it got grafted on there.
But you
probably.
know, the hard part of that was getting it all down smooth so it goes on there straight.
Yeah.
And
Thank goodness for chisel.
Well,
I used Big Blue.
this thing here took some modification.
Yeah.
It's a SD 38-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuel tank.
And
Look at the space in the
and also this paper air filter box
Yeah.
wasn't, and
Is
the
that the
bell
same
up there in the middle of the
Is that the
hood.
same as Milwaukee? Milwaukee even had shorter tanks.
Yeah.
right?
They had even shorter, I think. Yeah.
Which I did next door with the big grinder.
Yeah. See the sparks fly.
I'd go over there to that guy and I said, yeah, go on back. And, go there grinding off those fuel tanks. And I'm guessing that just like those green N&W engines I did.
Oh yeah, the XIT.
Now we've seen one of those not too awful long ago, right?
At some point, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sure it was a horrible job because to me, quality, we don't care about that. Fast.
They all look.
That's what.
They all look. Oh my God.
These look pretty darn good for.
They do.
For some of them are very complicated. you know,
Well,
I mean.
see, and like, this thing here, the operation, that's an ex-Mopac engine, because it's non-dynamic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4000 series, yep.
And it has lift rings.
Yeah, it does.
Firecrackers at snow plows, but this
And
has a
you did
snow
it
plow.
too.
I did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's yours.
It doesn't seem right. Could it have just been a mistake? Or maybe that we used some of those up. Mike said, here, put this on it.
No, we still got labels.
Well, this was that a decal set? I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because that made it a little bit more sensible.
I think we had to keep detail associates in business with grab irons and
Yeah, grab irons and
snow plows from and all kinds
yeah,
of
the
stuff.
plows are very cool. And this is Mike's.
I don't know.
We don't know on that one, right?
I believe that's Mr. Butler.
Yeah, I think so.
This is
Yeah, but these are just
And
the
think,
wide hood. Yeah.
Even like this thing, it's a rail power SD45
Yes.
with this funky antenna platform on the cab.
Yeah.
And that's in that Spot series later in life that they put them in the 2-digger.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
When
I
the
always
merger went
liked
through
these.
Mopac, they was running those on Mopac for a while.
What about now? This is a Mike engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I recall maybe doing a couple of
We-
those.
we made
We
them.
like them.
That Falcon service was a cool speed.
There were things that we did and then we'd do again.
Yeah.
And this is something that I'm sure Mike looked at and thought, what the hell's this?
That is a cool paint scheme. Though.
Yeah.
I wonder what the color I used back.
Boy,
That's an odd color.
it's
Paint.
It must have had a paint mix or something. I can't remember.
yeah, we sometimes had to mix this
Yeah.
stuff. Now see
That's a
these.
good color.
What? Because I did a rattle can on a lot of them. 'Cause I
Yeah.
found- but they were a darker reddish, more reddish. They were wrong. But this might
Well,
have been.
in later years,
they
I got
did
with
it.
Les Rodman, and we figured out a mix.
Yeah.
And that's what I used from then on, a scale coat 50-50 caboose orange and bright caboose red.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I used on all of them after that.
When I was a little kid, I was at some relative's house in Springfield, and there was DT&I engines right going by.
Yeah.
And I always remembered it looking very red to me.
Yeah.
And it may have been an old Jeep 9 or 7 or something that was just faded, you know.
Well, on their website, on the Historical Society, what they said was, when they repainted something,
Yeah.
they went down to the tractor
A-line
supply or whatever and got it. So
Yeah.
all that went out the window.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been red or it could have been orange, whatever the tractor supply had.
I'm pretty shocked that I would be this intricate. I just doesn't.
Yeah, that
look
looks great.
Something that I would do well. It doesn't look like.
That
And
was-
these I even put lift rings on, and
Yeah.
the little loop there, and all the stuff. While I was standing over there.
Yeah.
In just a matter of minutes.
And it's just an awesome job.
Now you had to shovel off those little fake.
Yeah.
Little
dimples.
nubs.
Yeah, little dimples.
So that must have been. It must have been a Conrail engine laying over there that I
Yes,
just.
Conrad G38-2
Yeah.
on the shelf. I mean, you said, yeah, just pull it off the shelf.
So was it new or was it used?
New.
Yeah.
Of course, new then was $20 whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think retail was $27.50.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I really.
A line or is it PPWA line, or do you remember?
That's something else, Mike. But these, like I say, we could have both done some of these.
Oh, yeah,
because
rail links.
It was very popular, but they didn't do it. I don't think at the time.
No. That was the different times. They didn't do hardly anything. That's why we had so many things to do.
And that was new then. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a new
Rail link,
railroad.
yeah, that was a brand new railroad.
And it's funny because some of these things that weren't anywhere near here, I mean, sold fast.
Yeah, that's something you think can never sell.
But I think a lot of these people would like to run something on their layout, you know, like this is, you know, it's different.
Different,
Very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And these could have went anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, the lease units, now that's a demo there, right?
Yeah, it's Oakway, I think.
Oakway
Is that an
Leasing,
Oakway? I
yeah.
think it's an Oakway. Can't remember, I'd have to go back and look it up. I think that may be an Oakway.
Lease to Oakway.
Yeah.
But these they got. It's like the Santa Fe story when they got rid of those Kodachrome GEs.
Yeah.
And then they were short on locomotives, so
Yeah, yeah.
EMD or somebody sent them back to them.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we wanted to get rid of these, but
This is just kind of.
and that's
Trip
very
memory.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was it, something preferred lease management, something lease management, I can't even remember.
but there were so many cool lease, and like I said,
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people were that were doing modern stuff at the time. You know, you could get those.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, they would fit wherever. And this Gateway Eastern was there. There was a Gateway Western.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was part of it,
Yes.
subsidiary.
They were black with yellow lettering.
Yeah,
And
Wow.
Eastern was like a subsidiary of them right around the St. Louis area.
yep.
Mike, this is something else. The one guy had all this stuff.
That's amazing too.
And we never got to see all the stuff that John had.
No, he had a ton of it, so, yeah.
And he got yours and mine.
Yes.
And of course, we targeted him illegally.
Well, remember, we'd get something in there and he'd come in, oh, I'll take that. Oh, it wasn't even in the case like 5 minutes.
Yeah. But it was all the Eastern stuff, which was very cool.
Well, New England.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. And I know I was into those PAs for a while because they were.
I was telling Marty earlier about the New Haven PAs in McGinnis.
Yes.
And you did them reversed with white at the top and white at the bottom. Because
Yeah.
either the exhaust smoke would get it dirty or the road grime would get it dirty.
Yeah.
There was no good place for white on an Alcon.
No, cool scheme.
Oh. I think at one time we had one of, both.
Yeah, I
reversed
remember
in
that.
the case.
I remember that, because that was really cool.
And it wasn't a hard scheme to do. You know, when you get straight lines,
Yeah.
especially on a car body like that, where
Yeah.
it's pretty straight, it's easy to do.
Straight's usually pretty.
But when you gotta go around all this crap,
Yeah.
now see, that's a beautiful, and there was not a lot of Lehigh Valley at the time
No.
either. And they had a bunch of schemes, but they never did white on those. Those were just on the big Alcos, right?
The big Alco Sentries.
Yeah, another poor choice for white. But this one, that nose. What happened? What is that?
It was just the early, I think it's the 60, isn't it? 70, no, it's the 70. So,
And there's no horn.
no horn. I don't know why I didn't put a horn on it.
So that nose is similar to this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that's really
It's a Dash
something
8 GE, but it's a rail power shell.
Yeah.
else. Yeah. And we put them on one of the U-boat frames.
Yeah.
Well, rail power after a while started making frames. Now,
Oh yeah.
we had to put together the drivetrain to get the right length,
Yeah.
but they made the frame and the shell after a while. And there was another company, Rail Detail
Yeah.
Associates, that was Rail Detail Products that was making metal handrails.
Yes. Yes, I remember those now. Yeah.
See the numbers are jacked up on this, so that got to be me.
Probably whatever was in the champ decals.
Yeah, whatever's in the jumble.
And those, what were those other decals? Walthers that were real thick.
Well, Walters, I think we rarely ever use those. We use lots of Herald King
Yeah.
Herald
and
Kings.
microscale.
Herald King.
And then sometimes champ. I
Yeah.
don't know if we ever used Walters, that might be rare.
Well, you had some decals for those gondolas, the yellow gondolas. So there was one up there. That weird company.
The Hyoscene was too.
Yeah.
Those came out of the magazine,
Yeah, and they were thick.
Yeah.
but they still work 60
Yeah.
years later.
Yeah.
I had some champ solvent left over from years back. And I had some decals a couple of years ago. I thought I'll try it. And I went to open it up and the whole top of the bottle broke off. It was so brittle.
Wow.
So the cap's still on it and there's the top of the bottle in my hand, plastic.
You know
I ate it
what's
up. I
so
guess.
amazing about this is a tiny,
Yeah.
tiny
Yeah.
snapshot of the stuff that came out of it.
I wish there was a Texas Mexican.
Oh yeah, those are pretty.
Yeah,
Those are pretty.
and oddly enough, he put one back there for me originally, and so I did it. And damn thing sold in a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
It's, you know, because you don't see that stuff, you
I
know?
was thinking about it, we did farm rail,
They-
all
they
kinds
had
of different.
one-
Farm rail,
They
yeah.
had one GP60,
Yeah.
Yes,
and that's the one we kept doing over.
Yeah.
and it would sell,
They
yeah,
also did some Jeep 38-2s that weren't quite as pretty.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
that was,
60,
and if we'd have done more Apaches, if there were more of the, what was that, a C420?
Yeah.
yeah.
They were an expensive engine anyway, so, you know,
Yeah.
but these were so attractive because to begin with, I mean, what did we sell these for when we put them in the case?
Started out at $50,
Yeah,
50.
Yeah.
And then later we started doing 60.
yeah,
And occasionally something might get a little higher price.
A
Yeah.
custom
As we started
painted-
doing like rail power shells, they got a little bit more.
yeah,
Yeah, and a custom painted detail, usually for that road, for 60
Yeah.
bucks.
like I can see the retail price here is 30 for this GP40.
Must have
30
been-
bucks.
It was probably, that's probably used.
I don't know, back then it might have been new.
Now, see, some of these paint schemes were not difficult to, you know, I mean, this is like basically a Conrail, you
Yeah.
know, with a different thing on it. And see, this still has that real cool logo on it.
Yeah, the Boston Maine logo, the crisscross.
Wow. And, you know, at the time, this was a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Because no one
That
did
high
that.
hood.
Yeah, nobody had high hoods, so.
Now, did Rail Power eventually do high hood shells? I don't think they did.
No. But Canon brought out a high hood conversion that was better. But
Yeah.
you had to put it together. It was flat.
Yeah, and they did the cabs, which were really neat because
Yes.
you'd open the doors, which
Yeah.
I just love that. Of course, with an Aether thing, it's opening the doors into some mechanism. There was no
Yeah.
interior.
Yeah. Yep.
And these are just it's such a nice scheme. And Jim, I'm surprised he wouldn't be all over this. He's got 8 million.
He's got a drawer full.
He's trying to get rid of.
Yeah.